5, how a Waukesha family is remembering their son who died in the Christmas parade last year. Plus, President Biden is spending Thanksgiving with family and members of the military. But when he returns to the White House, he has a busy schedule. A closer look at some of the key domestic issues he's facing. And we'll check in with local volunteers who spent the day making sure others didn't spend today's holiday alone. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Julian Seawright is out on the weather patio with more. I think this weather is something to be thankful for.
This weather is something to definitely be thankful for, Brady. It was rather nice once again for us today. We saw temperatures actually be flirting with the 50s for many areas of today, even though we did see a couple of drizzles and or showers move through. Overall, today has been pretty quiet and just an A-plus type of day for Thanksgiving. Taking a look at our radar as of right now, the visible cloud track in itself. Clouds are going to continue to break up as we continue throughout the rest of tonight, which is going to be setting the stage for us to start to see the rest of tonight to be rather pleasant for us, but still rather chilly. Clearing out in terms of any kind of showers or drizzle that we saw, we're all going to be dry for tonight now. Now, as we get into our temperatures, it's 46 degrees here in Madison, 50 in Janesville, 47 in Platteville, but we can see where that cold front is coming in to the far northwest as that blue is going to continue to descend upon the rest of us later into the evening. A beautiful sunset here in Madison. We're going to be looking at the rest of this evening to start to slide into the lower 40s and the 30s as we get into tonight, but we are looking at temperatures to bottom out around 28 degrees for us and 31 for Janesville and 30 for Platteville. As we get into the rest of this weekend, though, we are looking at pleasant daytime temperatures, but we could see some wintry weather on the way. We'll talk more about this in a few moments and how you could be impacted. Until then, back to you, Brady.
Thank you, Julian. New at 5, medical examiners have identified the man who died following a police chase in Maple Bluff on Sunday. 28-year-old Brandon Gully of Madison died Monday at a hospital. The cause and manner of his death were not released. Maple Bluff police said they tried to stop Gully while he was driving, but he refused. After a chase, he crashed his car into a tree. 3 other people in the car were also taken to the hospital with minor injuries. And new at 5, a 21-year-old Fond du Lac man is dead after a Dodge County deputy tried to make a traffic stop. Investigators say the deputy tried stopping the man who was speeding on County Highway C in Trenton early this morning. The man sped away, but about a minute later, his car was found crashed into a tree near the road. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. A local teen was cited for driving without a driver's license after hitting a home on Madison's east side. Witnesses told officers 4 people left after the car hit the home. 3 people who had been in the car returned with their parents while the officers were still on scene. A 16-year-old girl admitted she was driving and was cited for operating a vehicle without a license. No one was hurt in the incident, and the investigation is still ongoing. To Milton now, where an 8-year-old is safe after getting stuck on thin ice in a retention pond. Milton firefighters rescued the child on Monday, and that was with the help from several other area departments. The child was stuck about 50 feet out on the ice. Rescuers had to put on cold water rescue suits and enter the water as the ice was only about an inch thick in places and would crack under their weight. A firefighter was able to grab the child and take him to shore safely. No one was hurt in this incident, and the child was returned safely to his mother. In Waukesha, survivors, family, and community members are remembering those who died in the holiday parade attack last year. That includes the family of Jackson Sparks, who was one of the 6 people killed. Sparks died on the 23rd, 2 days after the attack. His brother Tucker was also severely injured in the parade. Tucker's hospital room was just down the hall from Jackson's.
And so to leave, we walked right past Jackson's room to go home, and that was brutal, leaving without him. Just walking by his room, knowing that he's never coming home with us.
The family has set up the Jackson Sparks Foundation in remembrance of Jackson and to help children achieve their baseball dreams. Earlier this month, Darrell Brooks was sentenced to life in prison for the attack. Meanwhile, in Milwaukee, police have identified a person of interest regarding the death of a Milwaukee woman. Surveillance footage shows Raina Rains with Timothy Olson, a man suspected of targeting women through dating apps. Police say Rains suffered an unknown medical emergency at a local tavern. She was brought to the hospital and died from her injuries. Rains has been identified as the 3rd woman who was found unconscious while with Olson. Her friends are warning women everywhere.
Make sure you watch your drinks. If you can get a covered drink, make sure you get that, because I, as a bartender, now have to hide my drinks because I feel unsafe.
Olson is wanted for preying on several women. Police say he has met women on dating apps and victimizes them for financial gain. He currently has a warrant out for identity theft in Mount Pleasant. A somber statistic also out of Milwaukee. Police say the city has set a record for the most homicides in a year. 196 people killed so far in 2022, with a little more than a month left in the year. The city has seen a steady rise in its murder rate. 193 people were killed last year. Idaho police say they still don't know who killed 4 college students almost 2 weeks ago. At a news conference, Moscow's police chief issued another plea to the public for any additional evidence from the night of November 12th to the morning of the 13th. With more than 700 tips, more than 100 pieces of evidence, and expanded search areas, the location of the murder weapon, a fixed blade knife, is still unknown. Police are keeping the details they do have under lock and key, though, including audio of the 911 call, the names of the surviving roommates, and the names of those at the house who spoke with dispatchers during the call, citing case integrity.
We all want to play a part in helping, and we can't play a part if we don't have any real substantial information to work from.
City officers are pairing up with state troopers and the sheriff's department to step up patrols. Residents of the community are now being warned to stay vigilant. We're learning more about the 6 people who police say were shot to death by a manager at a Walmart supercenter. 22-year-old Tanika Johnson was one of the 6 Walmart employees killed Tuesday night. In addition to 70-year-old Randall Blevins, 43-year-old Lorenzo Gamble, 38-year-old Brian Pendleton, 52-year-old Kelly Pyle, and a 16-year-old not identified. Police say the first shots were fired in a break room at about 10 p.m. Investigators are still trying to find a motive for the shooting. The 31-year-old gunman worked as a night manager, and authorities say they found a list of people he presumably meant to target. He was armed with a handgun and additional rounds of ammunition, injuring at least 6 others before turning the gun on himself. When he returns to business after the holidays, President Joe Biden faces some challenges. Natalie Brand takes a closer look.
President Biden, the First Lady, and their grandson Beau delivered thanks and pumpkin pies to firefighters on this Thanksgiving Day. When the president returns to the White House after spending the holiday in Nantucket, a full plate of urgent domestic issues awaits him. Thursday, he said his team has been in touch with the parties trying to head off a nationwide freight rail strike that could snarl the transport of vital goods.
I have not directly engaged yet because they're still talking.
A walkout could start early next month if unions and railroads fail to agree on a new contract soon. And in the wake of devastating mass shootings at an LGBTQ club in Colorado and a Virginia Walmart, the president renewed his call for an assault weapons ban.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick. It's just sick. It has no social redeeming value. 0, none.
Some Democratic lawmakers are calling for a vote before the end of the year, ahead of the U.S. House transitioning to GOP control next session.
Even if it gets voted down, it might make sense to have it on the record so people know who's been in favor of it and who isn't. And I do think in the next Congress, we're going to have to try and do much more to try and come up with comprehensive gun reform.
While Congress passed a bipartisan gun safety bill earlier this year, more stringent measures have been out of reach in the Senate, which next year will remain narrowly divided. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The president and first lady personally called the 2 owners of Club Q to offer their condolences. They also reiterated their support for the Colorado Springs community and their commitment to fighting hate and gun violence. Well, some people are celebrating Thanksgiving. A Massachusetts businessman once again gave away $50,000 worth of free gas ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. Ernie Bach Jr. gave away the gas outside of a station just southwest of Boston. Bach said he did it because he believes in giving back, and it's a lot of fun to do that. Well, there's nothing like gathering with family, enjoying a good meal, and running in Madison's annual turkey trot to make your Thanksgiving a memorable one. This year, about 2,400 people were in the annual race at the Alliant Energy Center. 2022 marks the 8th year of the event. We caught up with one runner who shared when she started and why she enjoys it every single year.
Maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, but just a good way to get outside and exercise before having a great Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my gosh, did you see her turkey hat? Everyone who finished the race received a medal and a donut, courtesy of Greenbush Bakery. The event also raised money for UCP of Greater Dane County to help people who are living with disabilities. Getting almost 350 home-cooked meals out the door and into older folks' homes today actually started yesterday for a handful of volunteers. Naomi Coles visited one group who spent the day helping others.
The three-way partnership between Newbridge, Door Creek Church, and Melly Mel's Soul Food is a staple for many in Madison. They got 341 meals out the door today with the help of 50 volunteers, some of them cooking until midnight yesterday to get everything ready. The goal is to make sure the elderly, the sick, and the shut-in don't feel quite so alone on a holiday like today.
This means so much with people being isolated these days and being away from their families.
To give back because they are usually feeling like they're all alone, and we should make sure, you know, I'm sure that they helped someone when they were younger and when they could.
Most of the food is donated as well as the time, and the operation involves 20 turkeys and quite a bit of driving as volunteers fan out across Madison to deliver the meals. I went along with one of them today and talked to the folks getting the meals. That's coming up tonight at 6 o'clock.
Right, looking forward to that. Thank you, Naomi. Well, coming up, Julian has our Thanksgiving forecast, plus U.S. soldiers stationed all across the world are missing their families this holiday, but they're still finding ways to take part in the celebrations. How they're doing that right after the break. And later, while some may prefer artificial Christmas trees, others insist on the real thing. At 6, we'll take a closer look at how much each could cost you this holiday season.
Ashley's Black Friday sale is 12 hours only. Take 30% off, plus an additional 20% off your purchase during the biggest sale of the year. Plus, 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
If you overdraw your account, Wells Fargo gives you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with a grace period? Like accidentally parking where you shouldn't.
Hey, what about this one? Nah, that one gets an extra day. Somebody got lucky.
Like having an extra day grace period? When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
A lot of Medicare health plans have benefits that are specific to your county. So why would you call a national 1-800 number when your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better?
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
It's Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. Get half back on select 2022 grills and unbeatable appliance specials like up to $1,000 back and 0% interest for up to 36 months on our most popular brands. These exclusive offers are on top of Black Friday pricing, which is now in effect on all appliances, including this ultra-quiet 3-rack KitchenAid dishwasher for just $749. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance expert since 1930.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Whether you're looking for all the advanced features or something with a lower upfront cost, with Rheem heating equipment, you can stay comfortable even in the most uncomfortable situations.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today, serving Dane County for over 45 years.
Ashley's Black Friday sale is 12 hours only. Take 30% off, plus an additional 20% off your purchase during the biggest sale of the year. Plus, 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
Cold winds, ice, snowy, slippery conditions. Be prepared for winter weather.
Trust the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info. So when severe winter weather is coming, you'll have plenty of time to plan your life, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified most accurate team, First Warn Weather, only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Good Shepherd Lutheran Church once again hosted its Thanksgiving Day meal for community members this afternoon. The 28th annual dinner returned inside after 2 years of drive-through meals because of the COVID pandemic. More than 50 volunteers helped serve the free meal, which included turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, cranberries, and, of course, pumpkin pie.
Some people make this their tradition, truly, and have been coming for 20 years plus. And to be able to sit down with someone, especially when their family's far away, or maybe they don't gather with family around Thanksgiving, like that's the important part.
Well, Pastor Dara Schuller-Hansen also said she hopes events like today's meal send a message of welcome to the community. Holiday travel is soaring this season. TSA officials say 2.46 million people were screened in airports across the U.S. just yesterday alone. That number was just shy of the nearly 2.5 million people screened on July 1st, a record since the pandemic. But this year's Thanksgiving travel is a strong start for the airline industry after dealing with major flight cancellations and staffing shortages over the summer. The industry is now looking to Sunday, the next big travel day. While many of us are enjoying a meal with loved ones, U.S. soldiers stationed abroad are feeling the distance a little more today. Helena Humphrey shows us how some are spending Thanksgiving overseas.
Serving up a taste of home for these U.S. soldiers stationed in South Korea. Thousands of miles from family and friends, but coming together to celebrate the spirit of Thanksgiving.
It's an opportunity, for everybody to, break bread together, have the meal together, and then for us as leaders, it's a chance for our soldiers to see us as leaders serving them the meal.
Giving everyone else a chance to dress down or even up.
Oh, we're just giant turkeys. I guess they bought two of them just so we can represent the parting turkeys that the President of the United States would usually go ahead and let live on this grateful day.
A sense of gratitude making its way right around the globe in messages sent back home.
I just want to give a shout out to my son, my baby boy, RJ. I love you. I miss you. I hope you're playing with so many dinosaurs.
I'm going to miss my great-grandmother Biggs German chocolate cake. I wish I could be there, but I'm in Slovakia right now. I love all y'all.
I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to my mom, Eileen Opasno, in Lincoln, Michigan. Looking forward to seeing you in a few months, Mom. Love you.
Until these troops are reunited with their loved ones, they'll hold on to moments like this. Helena Humphrey, CBS News, London.
Well, some 9,000 turkeys have been sent to our troops around the world for those well-deserving holiday meals this Thanksgiving. A big thank you to those troops over there. Big thank you to the holiday workers, and a thank you to Julian Seawright, who now has our forecast. Hey, Julian.
Hey, Brady. And thank you, too, for holding it down for me as well as we, continue to navigate the rest of these evening shows. But Thanksgiving in itself has been fantastic for all of southern Wisconsin throughout the course of the day. We did have a couple of stray showers or drizzles for some areas, but overall it's been rather dry and pleasant as temperatures were near 50 for many of us for today. Now, the rain is starting to clear itself out in southern Wisconsin. Here's a look at our surface map. Next thing up is a cold front that's going to be moving in tonight. That's going to be making for a chilly night throughout much of southern Wisconsin. Now, we're still not looking at much in terms of any delays for holiday travel as we get into our Black Friday, our Saturday, or even for our Sunday. But we could start to see a bit of congestion for areas not only just for southern Wisconsin, but a lot of Illinois could start to see some travel delays as we are looking for a system to start to roll its way in to our Sunday morning. We'll get into that in just a few moments. Until then, right now, tonight, we're looking at temperatures around 28 degrees for our overnight lows. Cloud cover is going to be clearing out. Heading into tomorrow, 46 degrees. Plenty of sunshine throughout much of southern Wisconsin, which is going to keep things rather mild. We're looking at 49 for Platteville, 50 degrees for Janesville, and a couple of areas to the west from Prairie du Chien to our friends in Lone Rock. We're also looking at the lower 50s. Now let's walk through what we're going to be expecting for tonight. Any cloud cover that we have lingering is going to be clearing out for us by the time we get into our Friday afternoon. So heading out the door Friday morning, still going to be a bit on the chilly side. We will look at temperatures already into the 40s around lunchtime for us. And then as we head into the rest of our Friday evening, still maintaining the 40s even after sunset. As we get into our Friday nights, temperatures are going to be above freezing for us. So it's going to feel rather nice. And on top of it, still plenty of clear conditions to be transitioned into our Saturday. Now, these southwesterly winds are going to continue to funnel mild temperatures throughout southern Wisconsin. So as we get into our Saturday afternoon and evening, we're looking for temperatures to peak into the lower 50s for many of us, especially as we get into the later parts of our Saturday. But with that, we could start to see some potentials of rain rolling into our late Saturday nights and potentially into our Sunday morning as well. But one other thing we're going to be watching for is going to be the mid part of next week. We are looking for a strong storm system to be shaking things up for us by the time we get into our Tuesday nights, and especially once again once we get into our Wednesday. Could start to see some snow, rain, and even a wintry mix action for us as we get into next week. So that's one thing to also be watching for, as we are your first warned weather team. Outside of that, here's our 3 things we'll need to know. This weekend will be quiet and favorable to start. We are looking at the possibility of some mixtures of some showers and potentially snow coming in from Saturday into our Sunday morning. And then the storm system of next week is the other thing that we are going to be watching for. Temperatures look to peak on Saturday into the lower 50s. We're going to maintain 40s until we get into the first day of December, which will be Thursday of next week. And then we're going to be back into some chillier conditions with the mid-30s. A quick look at our traffic as of right now. If you're going to be traveling for our Thanksgiving evening, well, we are looking at US 1218 as of right now, rather smooth, and the belt line in itself is as well. As we take a look over towards the interstate of I-39, well, actually, we're not going to be looking at that as of right now, but overall, the traffic for our evening is still rather smooth. That's going to do it for our weather and traffic. Over to you, Brady.
Thanks, Julian. The Bellflower Lights, an interactive holiday light and sound display in Sun Prairie, is now open for its inaugural year. The display is on Bellflower Lane, of course. Organizers say the display differs from many local light displays in that it features lights sequenced to 6 different musical numbers. It's nightly from 5 to 10 p.m. The show is 15 minutes long and repeats every 30 minutes. It's free for the public, but they are fundraising for multiple charities. Next at 5, the Badgers men's basketball team battled it out with the the defending national champions down in the Bahamas. Could they pull off an upset? Well, we'll find out next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Ashley's Black Friday sale is 12 hours only. Take 30% off, plus an additional 20% off your purchase during the biggest sale of the year. Plus 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
The original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is now open at Lighthouse Art Space Madison. Get lost in the sights and sounds of this completely spectacular, vivid, and breathtaking immersive art experience that ABC calls absolutely stunning. The New York Times raves that the original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is a must-see, lavish artistic festival. Tickets available now at vangoghmadison.com.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons. To help you take walks again. To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength.
And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you. You.
You.
They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics, now offering robotic-assisted knee replacement.
That Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
Well-qualified buyers can get 2.99% financing or $1,000 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, unlock Chevy Cyber Cash all month long. Stop by your local Chevy dealer this Black Friday weekend.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. to the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer, to the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least, to the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very...
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Ashley's Black Friday sale is 12 hours only. Take 30% off, plus an additional 20% off your purchase during the biggest sale of the year. Plus, 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, it's a holiday, so that means Brady reads the sports. The Wisconsin men's basketball team was back in action today for its second game in the battle for Atlantis, this time taking on the defending national champion, Kansas Jayhawks. Early on, Badgers go down low, and Steven Crowell, who gets the basket and the foul, Badgers up early. They would find themselves down by 15 early in the second half, however. Well, these Badgers are not giving up. Connor Asijan hits from 3, cutting the Kansas lead to 2. And the Badgers would actually go up by 3 with less than a minute on the clock. But they don't get the rebound off the miss, and Kansas buries a 3 to tie the game. We would head into overtime. Under 30 seconds, Wall gets the ball, so many rhymes in this, and gets the basket. Badgers up by 1 with 21 seconds. Then, in the final seconds, Kansas shoots a desperation 3 that misses. But the Badgers don't get the rebound, and Kansas puts it in with .2 on the clock to win the game. A heartbreaking loss for the Badgers. Here's Greg Gard after the game.
So I'm really proud of our guys, how they battled, but they know how good a team we can be, and we're not quite where we need to be. We're getting closer, but this will help us as much as it stings right now.
Wisconsin will face off against USC tomorrow for a shot at third place. Tip-off is at noon on ESPN2. To the NFL, who has 3 games going on today. First up, the Detroit Lions and Buffalo Bills. In the first quarter, former Packer running back Jamal Williams goes up to middle for 2 yards, and the score, Lions up 7 early. To the second quarter, Bills QB Josh Allen fumbles the snap, but gets it back and runs it in for the touchdown. Buffalo up 14-7. On to the fourth with 28 seconds left. Detroit down 3 when Michael Badgley makes a 51-yard field goal to tie things up. But with just 16 seconds left, the Bills are able to move the ball down the field and set up a 45-yard field goal for Tyler Bass, who knocks it through. Bills win 28-25. The Giants and Cowboys are facing off right now in Dallas. Well, here's a look at the score at halftime. The Giants are up 13-7. And a final check of your first warn forecast when we return.
Ashley's Black Friday sale is 12 hours only. Take 30% off, plus an additional 20% off your purchase during the biggest sale of the year. Plus, 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud if you want to reach the rainbow. Brave the desert before you find the oasis. Conquer the mountain to see how far your dreams can take you. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
DePaco Credit Union members are better together because together members share thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash. And because you're not just a member, you're also an owner, everyone benefits. How will this year's nearly $3.7 million in thank yous benefit you and your community? Since 2016, DePaco members have shared nearly $24.4 million. We truly are better together. Join the movement where your member ownership pays. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
Shop unbeatable deals during Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. Black Friday pricing is in effect on our most popular appliance brands, and we're adding up to $1,000 back in 0% interest for up to 36 months on top. Need a grill? Get half off selected models as we clear out 2022 inventory. Get these great offers and more exclusively at Grand Appliance. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Whether you're looking for all the advanced features or something with a lower upfront cost, with Rheem heating equipment, you can stay comfortable even in the most uncomfortable situations.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today, serving Dane County for over 45 years.
Ashley's Black Friday sale is 12 hours only. Take 30% off, plus an additional 20% off your purchase during the biggest sale of the year. Plus, 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Don't miss out on Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
Well, we've got some holiday vibes going on here. I tried to keep up with you with the turtleneck and the...
I did a little bit, I guess, oversaturated a little bit.
No.
No? Okay. All right, I got Brady's approval. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Well, folks, the good news is that our weather is going to be pretty nice over the next few days for us. Outside of temperatures being in the mid-40s, we're actually going to be even warmer heading into Saturday. We're looking at some lifting, bringing in temperatures into the lower 50s, but could see some mixing as well. Then we're going to have to watch for Tuesday night into our Wednesday, where we could see our next storm system, Brady.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for spending this time with us. We'll see you back here at 6.